Hey guys, a little bit of a different angle today. Kind of doing an announcement video. Gonna try and get through this the best I can. Today is Monday, May 7th, and my plan was to upload videos that I had pre-recorded. I did some recording on Friday and I had those videos, and I was honestly just going to edit and upload those Monday and Wednesday, and then Friday I was going to film this video and post it. But I can't focus on my work. Like I don't think I could sit down and edit a video, and I just don't think I can do that right now. So okay, just trying to gather myself here for a bit. Some of you might already know if you follow me on Instagram. I made a post about that today because, like I said, I anticipated me uploading videos, but I was gonna take a break pretty much from all social media. You know, YouTube, fortunately, I can come and go as far as comments go and replying to them, but Instagram, if I'm not posting stuff, I feel like it does seem a little strange, just at least even in my Insta stories. So, you know, I don't want to just like leave you guys in the lurch, because I told you guys one way or another you'd get an update, and unfortunately it's like the worst out of all updates that I could have given you guys. But I was pregnant. We found out on March 4th, and that means that we conceived in February, and obviously super stoked. If you guys have been around for a little bit, you know we've been trying to conceive. We've been waiting to try to conceive since last year, and did a lot of work and planning and all kinds of stuff, and we were able to do that. Sorry if I'm going in and out of focus and stuff like that. It's just, this is the best spot for me to do this right now. But obviously really excited. We had our first ultrasound at what my doctor thought I was going to be like 10 weeks, but I knew I ovulated late, so I knew I was around more like 8 weeks, and everything lined up with what I thought. So we had an ultrasound at 7 weeks, 6 days, so almost 8 weeks, and everything was perfect. We got to see and hear the heartbeat, and everything looked great. Like the baby was right on track. Everything looked perfect. I got blood work done, that looked perfect. Everything was fine. And my doctor said that she wanted me to try and take it easy this pregnancy, so she just wanted to see me back in 4 weeks for like a regular visit, so I would have been around 12 weeks. And it was 2 days ago. On Saturday, it would have been May 5th. It was later in the afternoon. Well, I guess I should back up a little bit. Probably around Thursday of last week, I started getting some weird abdominal pains and some lower back pain. It felt like pressure almost, not cramps or anything, so I just figured I'm around 12 weeks, you know, baby's probably getting into a different position and stuff like that, and, you know, it was fine. It wasn't painful, really. It was just something I noticed. And then Friday, my back pain got a little worse, and then Saturday, my back pain got even worse, but back pain has been a part of every single one of my pregnancies, so, you know, I don't really take alarm to it. But it was on Saturday evening while I was cooking the girls dinner that I went to the bathroom because I felt something off, that I wiped and I saw some blood. It was in like a bit of mucus and stuff. It looked kind of congealed. So I just figured, like, obviously my mind goes straight to the worst place, but at the same time I did know that there can be like a number of factors why you can have a little bit of bleeding, especially in the first trimester. So I was upset, obviously, and I was crying and everything, but Mark came straight home from helping his friend move, and my grandma came over to watch the girls since it was getting close to their bedtime, and we went to the ER just because I knew I had that back pain. I'd been having that weird abdominal stuff, and I just, with having 2 other miscarriages, I just don't mess around anymore. So we went to the ER. Unfortunately, that took like 4 or 5 hours. I mean, we were well taken care of and they were doing everything as fast as they could, but you know, there's only so fast you can do stuff. So they did blood work and everything from that came back normal. And then we went down for the ultrasound, and the ultrasound tech, if you go to the ER, isn't allowed to give you results. They have to send it to the radiologist. The radiologist has to send it back to the ER doctor and stuff. And she came in and she said that the ultrasound didn't look good. There was no more cardiac activity, as she called it, and basically meaning that the baby's heart stopped beating, and that the baby was really around 8 weeks. So they think that basically right after the ultrasound, the baby's heart stopped beating and stopped growing, but I continued to keep carrying the baby, and I believe that my placenta was still doing its job because I still had symptoms of pregnancy, but it wasn't until the past few days that it finally just gave in. I mean, after she told us, obviously, like, we were devastated, couldn't stop crying and everything else, and I've never been in a professional setting being told that I'd miscarried. So that was like something new and strange for me because you have that person right there in front of you, and it's just like a whole bunch of emotions. And basically, she said that I could go home and follow up with my OB because my 12-week appointment was literally 3 days away on Tuesday, which is tomorrow now. And I was fine with that. So I went home and she had offered me pain meds, but I said no. I was just going to take Tylenol. So I got home, and after the ultrasound and stuff, I feel like it did kind of pick things up a little bit because they did do a transvaginal one. So I started having cramps and more bleeding, but it wasn't constant. It wasn't like a flow, like a period or anything. And I couldn't sleep all night because I was in a lot of pain. And then when I woke up, it slowly just got worse. And I have never had a terrible time having physically having a miscarriage before. It's always happened within, like, I would say about 4 or 5 hours, and then the pain pretty much stops for the most part. Cramps on and off afterwards, but pretty much all the pain is just around physically passing, and that kind of subsides after it happens. And I've never, like I said, it's never been a long process for me to pass everything, but this time was much different. Even though the baby was only, you know, like 8 weeks in size, I don't know if it's because my body still thought like maybe it was 12 weeks because my body kept carrying it for 12 weeks or what, but it was awful. Slowly during the day, I just got in more and more pain. It got to the point where I couldn't stand up, I couldn't talk, I couldn't, like, I felt like sometimes I couldn't breathe, and it felt very much like contractions, like where it would be stronger and then it would let up. But right before we went back to the hospital, it was like almost constant, and it was just awful. And I kept holding off going to the hospital and telling Mark that it wasn't necessary because I just felt like it meant that I was close and I was going to pass it and it was going to be fine eventually. But it just kept getting worse, and he was really worried that like maybe I was bleeding and in all this pain because something was wrong. So eventually I went because I also just knew that I needed something stronger than Tylenol. I took like 4 and it didn't do anything, and I don't know. So we just went back to the hospital. Luckily, I had the same doctor and the same nurse and everything, which was really amazing just because they were super nice and kind throughout that night, and it wasn't like we had to play catch up and tell them everything that had happened again. So they pretty much knew. And fortunately, in our ER room, they reserve certain rooms for pregnant women because they have certain tables for that. And fortunately, I was able to just like stay there pretty much all day, and they gave me a lot of pain meds. And throughout the day, I slowly was progressing. She was checking my cervix to see if I was dilated, and it slowly started opening up and stuff, and I started getting more blood, but I was still in a lot of pain. They were having to give me quite a bit of pain meds to help it, and even then, it was still pretty painful. And then she gave me a pelvic exam and kind of looked at what was going on up there, and she said I was dilated pretty much to the extent that I could be for how far along I was, and she kind of helped stuff come out. She wasn't doing anything that would hurt me or anything. She just kind of helped things move along that were already there, just kind of, you know, maybe having a hard time passing through the cervix. And that helped a lot. It wasn't painful, like I said. And I don't know, it was just, I couldn't even like let myself be upset yesterday because crying or anything, like laughing, crying, anything really hurt me. It hurt my whole abdomen to do any of it. So I didn't really allow myself to think about things in depth. I just tried to focus on breathing through the pain and trying to get myself to be able to feel better. Like, I was having trouble walking and stuff. So after the pain meds and after she helped, because I did have a couple of those pelvic exams where she helped things come through, just giving me breaks in between, so my body could also kind of process and maybe help everything kind of move further along. And it was just really nice to have those two, like the same nurse and the same doctor, because like I said, they were just super kind. They weren't like pushy. They left us alone quite a bit. And thankfully, like, my grandma was able to take the girls and watch them and stuff like that. And it's been awful, especially today, because I feel like I said yesterday, I didn't really allow myself to feel a whole lot. We found out super late on Saturday night, so it was like kind of just had to go to bed when we got home because we were just so exhausted from it all. And I feel like today, like, my mind's playing catch up, and it's just been really awful. Obviously, I think this time hit a little harder, hit a little deeper. I think when I'm in a little bit of a better place, if you guys are interested, I could give you guys kind of like my miscarriage stories and or an update or something. I don't know. I really can't like think straight right now, but I do need a break. Obviously it's hard coming on here and just talking to you guys just like this. So I couldn't imagine trying to like make an actual video or talk to you guys about anything, because I just feel like I'd be faking it. I feel like I can't concentrate a lot of the times. Like, people will ask me questions and stuff. I just can't even follow what they're saying because just have so much going on up here. But I did want to let you guys know because, a lot of you have followed us ever since we said that we were going to be trying to conceive, or even last year when we said eventually we would be. And I told you that I wasn't going to tell you one way or another. You guys were either going to get a pregnancy announcement or a trying to conceive update, and I never thought I'd be making one of these videos again, and I really hope that it's the last time I ever have to. But I did want to give you guys an update and also an explanation, because I don't know how much time I'm going to take, but I'm just going to take what I need, because I don't want to come back to you guys just to put up videos. I want to come back when I'm good and when I'm ready. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I think I pretty much got everything. I'm feeling better today, a lot better. I would not be sitting here if I felt like what I did yesterday. That was literally the worst pain I've ever been in. I don't know if you've ever gone through that and didn't take pain medication, you're a rock star. But I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I do have my appointment for tomorrow. I already called my OB and I told her everything that was going on, and surprise, surprise, it's kind of why I was kind of freaking out about my OB possibly going out of practice and all the drama if you watched any of my chit chats, because I was pregnant. We found out we were pregnant, and then like basically a week and a half after that we found out about all the OB drama, and that's what I was really nervous about and stuff. And that's why, because I was pregnant and I wondered all those things. And tomorrow was supposed to be a visit that was supposed to be good. It was supposed to be about this pregnancy that was doing well, and I would get answers as to what her decisions are as far as her practice. But unfortunately, again, I have to go in for an appointment that was supposed to be about pregnancy and talk about miscarriage. So not looking forward to that. Thankfully, like I have told you guys, my OB is just the best. She's very sympathetic. She is very much on my side, and I feel comfortable around her. But I know that when I start to talk to her, I know I'm just gonna like come unglued because I am that comfortable around her. But yeah, like I said, I just kind of want to give you guys an update and explanation as to where I'm going to be. I want to finish this video and not cry. That's the hope anyways. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to let you guys know. Probably will make an announcement on Instagram too, like whenever I decide to come back. I probably will keep updating you guys in chit chat videos as far as like how things go and my cycle getting back on track, and letting you guys know whenever we decide to try and conceive again. I know with my other miscarriages, I was fortunate enough to basically, you know, bleed for however much time. I believe it was about a week, 2 weeks with both of them, and then I got a cycle, and then my doctor allowed me to try and conceive if I wanted to after that. But I don't know, because if I'm this far along and I have maybe more hormones and stuff, I really don't know. No one knows, you know, so it's just gonna have to be like a sit and wait and see kind of approach. But I want to make this video because we are about to go pick up the girls from my grandma's house, and the plan today was to edit those videos, but I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to. I don't want to work. I don't want to really do anything right now. I just kind of want to sit at home. So said I wasn't gonna cry. Okay, so I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys when I'm feeling better. I wanted to say thank you to all for your support. I know you guys are gonna leave like the most supportive comments here, and if you commented over on Instagram, thank you so much. It really does mean the world to us to see all that support. So happy Mother's Day. I hope you guys enjoy your week, but yeah, see you guys later.